Hello dear students. In the previous class we learned about different types of data. We learned about raw data and then grouped data. Today we are going to learn how to convert a raw data into a grouped data. We will do this with the help of an example. Now here is the question. The marks obtained by 30 students of a class in an examination are given below. Prepare a discrete frequency distribution table and a grouped frequency distribution table. We have already discussed about discrete frequency distribution table, and also we discussed about grouped frequency distribution table. Now you see here is the marks 5, 21, 41, 13, like that. Children, nearly 30 students, or there are 30 students who scored this mark. Now the first thing that you have to do is find out the lowest mark. Here the lowest mark is 5, and then you check. Here it is 47, here it is 45, here also 45, all this. Here it is 48. So 48 is the highest mark. Okay. Now what we will do is, using tally marks, see some of the marks are repeated, so that we have to find out. So for that, this complete marks we need to arrange in ascending order. See here. Otherwise, if you write 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 48, it will be a very long table. Even now it is little longer table, but now let us see looking into this this question. See here, first number is 5. So what we will do here, wherever you wrote 5, put one tally mark. Next number is 21. See, to avoid mistake, whatever you have checked, you can put a tick mark so that you will not repeat it. Next one is 21. So wherever 21 is there, you put one mark. Next one is 41. Wherever 41 I have skipped. Okay, here 41. Then 13. Then 35. This way you have to check. Then 15. Okay, whenever you mark one tally mark against that number, you have to cut. Otherwise, sometimes when the data is very long, you will do it twice, then you won't get the proper number. Okay, so we have to mark like this and prepare it. Now see here, the table is ready. See, 5 marks, one child got. 7 mark, one child got. 10 mark, one child got. 12 also 1, 13 also 1, 15 1, 17 1, 21 1, 23 1, 24 1, 25 marks. How many students got? 2 students got. Like this you have to mark completely, and then you need to check the total number of students. It is 30. That means you have not skipped any number or any marks. Okay, so this is ready. This way, when you make a table, that is called a discrete frequency distribution table. Here exactly the numbers are written, and each number is written, each observation is written, and their frequency is written. See children, here the observations are this: 5, 7, 10, 12. These are all observations. Here we call them marks, and how many times they have repeated, that is called frequency. But when you make a table like this, it becomes very difficult for us to classify or analyze that particular class of student. To make them easy, to make the study of students, how they are, or how to, what is the scoring of the children easy, what we do is we make a grouped frequency distribution table. Now let us see how to make a grouped frequency distribution table. Now here is the groups. Now groups can be made according to your wish. So here I have taken a group of 10 marks difference. That is, the class width is 10, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Now when you observe carefully, you will come to know here the upper limit is here the lower limit. That is, this number is common in both the group. Here 20 is common in this two, 30 is common in this two, 40 is common in this two. So what we do usually is, the upper limit is not included in the first group, it will be included in the next group, that is in the higher group. Okay. So 10 will not be included here, it will be included here. 20 will not be included here, it will be included in the next group. Similarly, 30 will be included in this group, 40 will be included in this group, and so on. So this what is this type of data called is, it is called exclusive method of grouping. That means, exclusive method means the upper limit or the common observation will be belonging to the higher class. Higher class means what here? See, this is the first class, this is the second class. So which is the higher class? Second class. Second and third is, third class is higher. So 20 will be included not in second but in third. So this type of data is called exclusive method of grouping data. Okay, now let us see how to make the tally marking and do it. Now you see here 0 to 10, we have to compare this table and this. 0 to 10, see here till 10 this is there, but we are not going to include 10 in that group, so we will take till 7 only. 0 to 10, there are 2 students. So write here tally marking 1 and 2. Okay. Then 10 to 20. So let us see here. So from here we will start 10, 12, 13, 15, 17. So 10 to 12, how many are there? You check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now 20 to 30. So 20 to 30, see here till this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here it should be 8 tally mark. How will you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6, 7, 8. Then 30 to 40. See here till this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 40 to 50, remaining all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you have to count and write here 1, 2. So here it is 2, here it is 5, here it is 8, 7, 8. Now how will you check whether you have included or not, if you made any mistake or not? You add all this. 8 plus 7, 15. 15 plus 8, 23 plus 5, 28 plus 2, 30. So you add up. So these are the frequencies, and the total frequency will show you the total number of students you have taken. So we have taken it for 30 students. In the question itself it is given there are 30 students. Okay. Now if you don't want to write like this, to avoid confusion, sometimes children get no why not in 10. So sometimes children may add in if a child got 10 mark, here there was no 10 marks, sorry, only one 10 mark was there. So if a child got 10 marks, sometimes the children will include them both in 10, 0 to 10 and 10 to 20. So little bit confusing. So to avoid that, what we will do, we will make an inclusive distribution table also can be made. Not compulsory, children? If you make like this, you should understand and do it. In whatever way you are asked to make table, that way you have to make. That is, if the question says you make an exclusive method of grouping, you have to do this way. and if it is inclusive you can take the scale as, the class as this way, that is 0 to 9, 10 to 19. So we are not repeating the numbers. So when you take 0 to 9, what difference it will be there, let us see. So we will go back to the discrete table. You see here 0 to 9, again it is 2 only. So we will mark here 2. Now 10 to 19, see here 10 to 19, it is the same, so no change, it will be 5. Then 20 to 29, 20 to 29 also there is no change, because see why there is no change, children, here there is no 0 ending marks, only 10 is there. So 10 we have taken in the second number, so there is no change here. So here it will remain the same only. It will be 22, 1, 2, 3, 4. If there is at 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here all we have entered the tally mark and we have made the table 2, 5, 8, 7, 8, and the total is 30. Okay, so this is how we make grouped distribution table. Okay, this table, these two tables, both of them are called grouped distribution table. Okay, so one is, this is exclusive method of grouping and this is inclusive method of grouping. Why is it called inclusive? Here they have included both lower limit and upper limit in the same class. Okay, whereas here the upper limit is included in the upper limit is not included in the group. So it is called an exclusive method, and this is called inclusive method, where both the limits are included in the class. So today we learned how to convert a raw data or a discrete data into a raw data into a discrete data and a discrete data into a grouped data. That's all for today. Thank you.